Once we got develop automation script, we need to be get. Okay. So once we got develop automation script, we need to be get executed. So while doing with the execution, while doing with the execution, or once it done with that particular execution, the script may be working or it will be giving an error. If the script has been working, we need to be get considering that pass. If the script is not working, we need to be get considering that fail. In case of script has been working fine, we don't have any issue. Just will be taking with the help of another manual test case, and again it will be continued in developing with automation script. But in case of script has been failed, we got two reasons here. What are the two reasons? Functional issue or script issue. Automation script can be failed because of two reasons here. One, you can considering the functional issue, and another one you can considering the script issue. Meaning of functional issue? Manually itself is not working. The meaning of functional issue, we need to be get considering that manually itself is not working. If it is not working manually, we need to be get considering the functional issue. In case of functional issue, what need to be done? What need to be done? Bug reporting. In case of functional issue, as manually itself is not working, we cannot automate that particular test case. That will be considering that bug reporting. Now assume that in case of this particular bug reporting, that process will be continued with manual. So that particular process, it will be getting continued with manual here. Now assume that manually it is working fine. In case of if it is working fine, then we need to have a script issue. In case of script issue, we need to be get resolve that particular error. To resolve that particular error, the first solution, we need to be get tried with wait statement. The first solution, we need to be get tried with wait statement here. So that particular wait statement, working it, we don't have any issue. I mean, you're trying with the one particular solution by taking with the help of wait statements here. If that solution is working, we'll not try with another one. You tried with wait statement, still program has been failed. Then we need to be take with script issue. Taking with object identification. So you tried with different techniques of object identification. Still it is not working. Then you will be taking with the help of frames concept here. In case of frames, directly we cannot write in a code. In case of frames, directly we cannot write any code related to the frames here. First, we need to be confirmed that frames are available in application or not. So how we can confirm that frames are available or not? How we can confirm that frames are available in application or not? Need to be get search with the tag name. What are the tag names? iframe or frame. If you are able to see, to have any one particular tag name, if you are able to see to have any one particular tag name of iframe or frame, then you can confirm that frames are available in application. Once we confirm that frames are available in application, then we need to be get write in a code related to frames here. To handle that particular frame, we need to write in a code to enter into the frame and then taking with exit from the frame. To enter into the frame, what is the statement? Switch to dot frame. To enter into the frame, it will be taking with switch to dot frame. So that we need to be get enter into the frame. Then you will perform all the activities. Finally, you need to be take exit from the frame. To take exit from the frame, what is the statement? Switch it to dot default content. So by that, which it will exit from the frame. So this is what we need to be get taking care about in handling with frames here. So let's see that how exactly we can work with all these particular things, how we can write that particular respective program. So to write that particular program, to develop that particular automation script, we required a manual steps here. Just make a note of that particular test step. Yesterday, you're already done with that heading of frame. The description is done. Did you return the test steps? No, right? Related to frames. No. Have any heading is test step and make a note of that particular test steps here. Okay. Make a note of that particular test steps. Take with the step, take with the first step. Take with the first step. What is the first step? Take with the first step. Open application. Have any first step is open application. Open application. Take with the next step. Login into application. Login into application. Login into application. Login into application. Take the next step. Click on add button. Click on add button. Click on add button. Okay. After that, take the next step. Enter employee first name. Enter employee first name. Enter employee first name. Take the next step. Enter employee last name. Enter employee last name. Enter employee last name. Enter employee last name. Take the next step. Click on save button. Click on save button. Click on save button. Click on save button. Take the next step. Click on log out. Click on log out. Click on log out. Click on log out. And take the last step. What is the last step? Close application. Close application. Okay. Close application. Okay. So let's see that how exactly we can automate. We need to begin automate these particular steps here. So just look into that particular step. What is the first step need to be done? What is the first step? Open application. Once application got open, what is the next step? Need to be get login into application. So once we have been done with login into application, once we have been done with login into application, then we need to begin click on add button. Once we click on add button, providing with employee first name and right now I can say that we need to be get provide that particular employee first name and then taking with last name and need to be get click on save button and after that taking with log out and close the application. So as simple as we have been taking care about in automating with add employee test case here. So developing automation script is a common activity need to be get considering that taking with the help of selenium. As simple as if you want to be get work with selenium, what we required to work with selenium, what we required jar files has been required. Based on jar files, what you can access, packages. Based on packages, class. Based on the class, method. What is the use of the method? To get perform any action. So continued with the same programming, continued with the same programming, need to be get right, need to be get right that particular respective code, need to be get right that particular respective code that you will be considering that creating with class need to be get mentioning about taking with that particular class name that you will be considering that frames. Okay. So now we need to be get continued. We need to be get continued doing with regular programming, writing that particular programming, the same concept will be followed. Writing with the programming, it will be followed with the same concept. First need to be get considering that taking with main method. First need to be get considering that in taking with main method here. Once you write that particular main method, once you write that particular main method, then you need to be get perform that particular respective test steps here. In that particular test step, what is the first step you written? What is the first step? Opening with application. If you want to be get open with application, what is the statement we have to write? What is the system we have to write? Considering the system dot, considering the system dot set property, we need to be get mentioning dot system dot set property, so that you will be writing the statement mentioning dot webdriver dot gecko dot driver. Okay, after that what we have to write it, what need to write it, we need to be get provide path, path of driver dot exe file. We need to be get provide, we need to be get provide path of driver dot exe file. So where exactly that particular driver is available, where exactly that particular driver is available, need to be get provide path of driver dot exe file. Okay, so that will be considering that mentioning that gecko driver dot exe. Okay, and after that you are writing with the statement considering that webdriver driver equal to mentioning that new Firefox driver. So now you can see that If we look into that, it is giving an error. So why it is giving an error? Why it is giving an error? We need to begin import that packages. We need to begin import that particular respective packages here. Now we can see that while working with Selenium program, the common packages considering that import org dot open qa dot selenium dot which you will be taking with WebDriver. So we need to be get considering that mentioning about WebDriver. Okay. So now you can see that that error of WebDriver is resolved or not. Okay. In a similar way, you need to be get import one more package openqa dot selenium dot which you will be taking with Firefox. Firefox driver. In case of Chrome browser, Chrome driver. So what exactly the browser you are working, you need to be get provide that particular respective driver here. Okay. After that, which need to be get mentioned. After that, you need to be get mentioned considering that driver dot. What is that method name? We need to enter URL. To enter URL, what is the method name? Taking with navigate dot to, which need to be get provide application URL. So we need to be get provide this particular application URL. Okay, right. And after that, we need to be get providing with the statement considering that which will be need to be get providing. So we need to be get considering that driver dot navigate dot to. We need to be provide that particular application URL. So need to be get provide that particular application URL. So this, okay. So we need to be get provide this particular application URL. So we got to open the application. Once we got to open the application, what is the next step need to be done? What is the next step? Login into application. To log in into application, what we have to write? Driver dot find element by dot taking with name. You need to be get provide name of the text box that you will be taking with txt username dot. What is that method name? Which you will be taking with send keys of we need to be get provide that particular respective username. So what exactly the username you have to type it, you need to be get provide. Okay. And after that, considering that driver dot find element by dot, it will be taking with name. So by dot, it will be taking with the name that you will be considering the txt password. So which need to be get provide that particular respective password. Okay. And then dot. What is that method name? Send keys of which need to be get provide that particular respective password. We got type the username and we got type it the password. Next, what need to be done? Click on login button. What is the syntax you will follow? Driver dot find element by dot taking with name. So that particular name, what is that name? Submit dot, it will be taking with click. So need to be get perform the click activity that you will be taking with click. So we got open the application, we got enter with the URL, enter with username, enter with password and doing with login. Okay. Once login has been done, what is the next step? click on add button. I'm just providing wait statement, so that it will be considering the thread dot sleep. So we are just providing wait statement that it will be mentioning the considering the wait statement. This particular wait statement, this will be mentioning about throws exception. Okay. Now here we need to be get provide number. So here we need to be get randomly providing that particular number. So here just I'm mentioning that taking with this particular 3000. Just you can provide any waiting time. We got mentioned that thread dot sleep. Okay. Now what is the next step need to be done? After doing the login, what is the next step? Click on add button. You need to be get click on add button. Now we can see here. Let me take login. Okay. So now we need to be get click on add button. Now you can considering that doing with this particular right click, and you will be using the option. What is the last option? What is the last option? Inspect. If we got click on inspect, sorry. Oh, now we can see. Refer the highlighted one. Any name option available? Any name option? ID option. Class? Yes. Okay. Right. Now we can see that you are taking with searching with the name. Any name option available? Name option. Name available or not? No. ID? Class? So name is not available. ID is not available. Class is available. But which we are considering like duplicate, we are not using with the class. We are not able to work with name and not able to work with ID and then taking with class. Then what is another option? What is another option? XPath here. Meaning of XPath? Meaning of XPath? Types of XPath? How many types? 2 types. What are those? Absolute XPath and relative XPath. Meaning of absolute XPath? Meaning of absolute XPath starts with HTML tag name. Okay. Meaning of relative XPath? Meaning of relative XPath? XPath with attributes. If these two things are not working, what is another option? Absolute XPath is not working. Relative XPath is not working. If these two techniques are not working, what are other techniques? XPath with attributes. In technique, we can consider XPath with attribute. In that particular one, you will be having with ID or you will be taking with name. If name is available, you will be working with the name. If ID is available, you will be taking with ID here. Now for now, we don't have name option. We don't have an ID option. Class is available, will not prefer, but which you will be taking with value attribute. What is the value attribute we got? What is that value attribute? What is the value attribute, guys? See that highlighted line. So what is the value attribute? We got an add. So we need to be take with this value attribute and then need to be get writing with that particular XPath. Now we can see that how exactly we can write the text path. What is the tag name we got? What is the tag name we got? Input. Okay. Now we can see here. Oh. So once you done with the login, once you have been done with the login, you need to be get write in a code. I can see that. So we need to be get click on add button. Driver dot. After that, find element. By dot XPath. As we are working with the XPath, as we are working with the XPath, we need to be take with XPath here. Okay. Now we need to be get provide that particular respective XPath and then taking with the dot that you will be considering with click method. So need to be get perform click activity. Once it has been done with the click activity, we'll print with the statement add new button. We need to be get print with the statement, or else for easy understanding, you can mention that new employee added. Okay. So new employee added. We need to be get, sorry, no, not new employee, right? What is it? Click button, add button, right? You can just mention that clicked on, add button. We need to be provide XPath. What is the tag name we got? What is the tag name we got? Which we will be taking with input. Taking with the tag name is input at the rate, which we will be taking with value. Value equal to in a single code, you can provide that. Okay. So once we got click on add button, once we got click on add button, we are just taking with giving with wait statement. After clicking on add button, what is the next step need to be done? What is the next step? Enter. Not first line. First name. Now we can see that taking with first name, doing with the inspect, we'll see that any name, having the name option. Yes, we got a name option. Now we can see that. What is that statement? Driver dot find element by dot taking with name need to be get provide that particular name dot considering the send keys here. So send keys of you need to be get provide that particular name. Okay. After that need to be get considering with last name here. Now taking with right click, inspect, having with name, taking with name option. Driver dot find element by dot taking with name. We need to be get provide that particular name dot you will be taking with send keys of we need to be get provide that. So we need to be get provide that particular respective first name and then taking with last name here. So we need to be get click on add button. Once we got click on add button, we are typing with employee first name and then taking with employee last name. What is the next step? What is the next step? Click on save button. Okay, let's identify this. Let's take with this particular inspect. Now we can see that any name option, name ID, ID. Okay. What is ID we got? BTN edit. Okay. Let's take with the same ID. Let's take with the same ID. We need to be get provide driver dot find element by dot taking with ID. We need to be get provide that particular ID dot it will be taking with click. Okay. So which will be taking with click. So now here it will be adding with wait statement that it will be taking with thread dot sleep providing that particular respective wait statement here. So and after that once you click on that save button, what is the next step? Click on log out. That is common step. So what is the step we can write? By dot link text need to be get considering that log out dot what is that method? Taking with click. Okay, done. Log out completed. Okay. At last, what is the last step need to be done? What is the last step need to be done? Close application. What is the statement you will write? Driver dot close. Okay, right. Now see the whole program. First, we imported all the required packages created with class, created with main method, and then providing path of exe file, launching the browser, entering the URL, typing the username, and then typing with password, doing with login. Once we done with the login, we got click on add button. Once we got click on add button, we need to be get providing employee first name and providing employee last name and then taking with save. So once we got click on that save, once we got click on save, then it will be taking with, sorry, which will be taking with logout. So here just I'm giving wait statement to see that that employee has been added or not. Okay. Sorry. This is already there, right? Okay. So now we got launching the browser, entering the URL, typing username, typing password, click on login, click on add button, typing the first name, typing the last name, click on save, doing the logout, close the application. Now follow the hierarchy. We got manual test case step. Based on manual test case step, what we are doing? Based on manual test case steps, what we are doing? Developing automation script. Once you develop automation script, what we have to do? Execute it. If we execute, what is the result? If we execute, what is the result? Either pass or fail. Let's see here. Let's see that whether it has been passed or considering that fail. Need to be get login into the application. Is it clicking on add button? Done with the login, but is it clicking on add button? Clicking or not? It is not clicking. Okay. Let's see that. What is the error? Now, see that. What is the line number it is giving? 16. Line number 16 error. Okay. What kind of error? What kind of error? No such element exception. So I can see that this particular XPath this particular XPath is not working. The XPath what we provided, it is not working. As simple as according to the manual step, you are developing automation script. Once you develop automation script, you got executed. Once you done with the execution, your script has been failed. So whenever your script has been failed, what are the options you will have? No. The script has been failed. Two options. One is functional issue. Another one is script issue. Meaning of functional issue? Manually itself not working. Okay. Now we can see here, considering that, let me cross check that manually. Now you can see that. So while working with the application, click on add button. That is working. Manually working or not? As manually working, what we can confirm? Having with script issue, functional issue, perfectly working. There is no issue with the functionality. So having with script issue. In case of the script issue, what is the first solution you will try? Wait statement. So the very first solution, you need to be taking care about wait statement. Okay, let's see that. We got do with the login. Once we done with the login, we are already having the wait statement. Just let me try to increase 4,000. Just I got increasing with wait statement. We got increase with wait statement. Now we can see here whether it is working or not. So the first solution, we are trying with the wait statement. Let's see that working or not. Is it clicking or not? No, we tried with the wait statement. We got increase that particular wait statement, which is not working yet. So the first solution, what is the first solution? Wait statement. As that wait statement is not working, what is another solution we can try? What is another solution? Object identification. How many techniques we got? 8 techniques. In that particular 8 techniques, we are using with second option. What is the second option we provided? ID. So, but if we look into this particular one, ID is available? No. Name not available, ID not available, class available, but we are not preferred because of the taking with XPath. In XPath also, what is the technique we worked it? XPath with? Name of this technique? XPath with single attribute. What are other options we got? XPath with multiple attribute. Another one? XPath with text attribute. Another one? XPath with contains. Another one? XPath with starts with. So let me try to work with XPath with multiple attribute. Okay. So now let me take one more attribute. We got in a value. Attribute. We are already having with value attribute. Let me try with another attribute. I'm just taking with button type. Using @ symbol, considering the type equal to, you need to be provide that particular type. Now what is the name of this technique? What is the name of this XPath? XPath with multiple attribute. Let me try to cross check that working or not. Now, to cross check that, which you will be taking with, which you will be taking with this particular one, this HTML code from keyboard. What we have to press? From keyboard, what we have to press? Control F, providing the text path. Not working, huh? Input at the rate value equal to add. Is it button? The spelling is correct. Capital. Okay. Now we can see that. So if we click on enter, highlighting it, which one is highlighting? Add button is highlighting. Okay, let me take same X path. Okay. Oh. So first solution we tried with wait statement. As wait statements are not working, trying with the second solution. So what is the second solution? What is the second solution we are trying it? Which you will be taking with X path. So, I mean, we are taking with object identification. Manually, if I cross check this particular X path, manually, if I cross check this particular X path, which is working fine. Now let's see that whether it will be working or not. So first solution, we are trying with wait statement. Second solution, we are taking with object identification, but still not working. Is it working? Clicking on add button? No. We tried with first solution, not working. Tried with second solution, not working. What is another one? What is another solution? Taking with frames, but is it directly we can write the code related to frames? Related to frames, is that directly we can write the code related to frames? No. What need to be done? What need to be done? Frames are available in application. Before writing with the code related to the frames, first we need to be get confirmed that frames are available or not. So how we can confirm that frames are available or not? How we can confirm that frames are available or not? Searching the tag name. What is the tag name? What is the tag name? iframe or frame. If you are able to see any one tag name, not required both. If you are able to see any one particular tag name, what you can confirm? No. If you are able to see any one tag name, what we can confirm? Frames are available in the application. Okay. Now we can see. Further, where our step has been failed? While clicking on add button, do the right click, taking with inspect. Now you can see the highlighted one. In the highlighted line, what is the tag name we got? What is the tag name we got? Input. What is the tag name we required? iframe or frame. For that, from this highlighted one, you need to navigate to upper level, not for down. From the highlighted one, you need to navigate to upper level and see that any tag name of iframe or frame. So these are all like taking with the font, do tag, input tag, input. So you need to get cross check each and every particular line. You need to cross check that each and every node till the time of you are reaching to the first line. Till the time of you are reaching to the first line. Now we can see here. Still go to upper level. Any frame tag? No. Oh. What is the tag name we got? What is the tag name we got? If you want to cross check that, I'm keeping the cursor at iframe. See that frame has been highlighted or not. Is that menus are highlighted? No, that is considering like web page. In a web page, a subform. In a web page, a subform is considering as a frame. In a web page, a subform is considering as a frame. So now we confirm that frames are available. Let's see that frame ID. So having with the frame ID here. What is the frame ID? Right menu. So now you can understand that why XPath is not working. So here our requirement is all required objects has been available in frame. Further, we need to write in a code to get enter into the frame. Because of that, our previous steps has been failed. Now what we'll do is, once you've done with the login, before clicking on that particular add button, we need to begin enter into frame. For that, what is the statement? Driver dot switch to dot frame. So we need to be mentioning that driver dot switch to dot frame. We need to be provide that particular frame ID here. Okay. After that, what are all the things you have to do in the frames? What are all the activities you want to do in the frames? You can perform all that particular respective activity. After that, in the last, we need to be taking with logout option. So logout option is available on frame or web page. See this application. Logout option is available on frame or web page. It is available in web page. Previously, we are already mentioned that written with the code to get enter into the frame. So now we need to be taking care about and doing exit from the frame. Okay. Now we can see that once it has been done with the save, you need to be mentioning about having with the statement to exit from the frame. So to exit from frame, what is the statement? Driver dot switch to dot default content. So this is what we need to be taking care about working with the frames. Now we can see here. Let me try the whole program now. First, imported all the required packages, created with class, created with main method, provided path of exe file, launching the browser, entering the URL, doing the login, clicking on right menu, entering into the frames, and then taking with identifying that particular add button, click on that, typing with the first name, typing with last name, click on save, doing the exit, and finally need to be get taken care about. So which need to be get taken care about, exit from the frame and then log out and close the application. Now we can see here. As simple as the conclusion is, if one option is not working, you need to try with another option. Is it working? It's still not working. See the error? Line number 18. It is not done. Just 1 minute, guys. Okay, right. Let's try on this. Yeah. Just see that program that I'll look into that. Okay, let me run that program. Just the same thing only, just for the previous batch I written the program, just I'm executing that program. So just see that how the program need to be work. So it's need to be get open with application and then doing with the login. It's need to be get click on add button. After that, typing with first name and then typing with last name. Click on save and then doing with logout and close with application. So the same program need to be work. Anyway, that I look into that. So we need to be get, this is what the whole conclusion is. We need to be get mentioning about taking care about the whole automation process. First, we are developing automation script based on manual test cases. Once we execute it, we need to be get pass or fail. In case of pass, no issues at all. But in case of fail, what are the reasons? One is functional issue, another one is script issue. In case of functional issue, what need to be done? Bug reporting. In case of script issue, what need to be done? Wait statement or object identification or frames. But before going to the frames, first we need to be confirmed that frames are available in application. To confirm that frames are available in application, we need to be get search with the tag name of iframe or frame. If you are able to see any one particular tag name, if you are able to see any one particular tag name, then we can confirm that frames are available in application. So that is what we got understand that taking with basic program, mentioning that login, logout. After that, we got understand that Chrome browser, and then taking with verification. And after that, we got mouse over, and then we got frames. So now take with the new heading mentioning that alerts. Take with the new heading is alerts. Right with the new heading is alerts, or you can mention that, pop-ups. Having a heading is alerts or pop-ups. Under that, having a test step and make a note of the steps. Having a main heading is alerts. Having a main heading is alerts or taking with pop-up. Under that, having a heading is test step and make a note of test steps. Take with the first step. What is the first step? Open application. First step, open application. Open application. Take with the next step. What is the next step? Enter username. Enter username. Not login into application. Enter username. First step is open application. Second step is enter username. Third step. Close the application. Click on login button. Click on login button. Click on login button. Click on login button. Take with the next step. Retrieve text from alert. Retrieve text from alert. Retrieve text from alert. Retrieve text from alert. Take with the next step. Click on OK button. Click on OK button on alert. Click on OK button on alert. Click on OK button on alert. Take with the next step. Take with the next step. Enter password. Enter password. Enter password. Enter password. Click on, take the next step. Click on login button. Click on login button. Click on login button. Take with the next step. Click on logout. Click on logout. Click on logout. Take with the last step. Close application. Close application. Okay. Just see the steps what you written. What are the first step? What is the first step? Open application. After that, enter username. After that, click on login button. Getting the alert here? No. Once you got alert, now what is the next step you written? Retrieve text from the alert. What is the text we got? Password not given. Okay. After that, next we need to be get click on OK button. So once I got click on OK button, after that you need to be type password and then need to click on login. After that, click on log out here. So once you click on log out, close application here. Okay. Is it possible at 2 p.m. rather than 2:30? 2 p.m. Online students. Online students. Is it okay with 2 p.m.? Okay. For tomorrow, you can attend at 2:30 only. For tomorrow, you can go with 2:30 only. I need to check with meeting ID. So I'll check on that. And then if possible, we'll start with 2 p.m. then. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. I'm trying to complete by this month end, but looks like it is not completing it. So we'll see that. At least if we take for more time, then we'll try to complete on that. Okay. For tomorrow, 2:30 only. Okay. For tomorrow, 2:30. Carry on. I'll provide. I'll provide in Google Class.